Hey guys, this is part 2 of making this fun little project with the fancy C and the butterfly off to the side. And in this session, I'm going to teach you how to do the butterfly. The butterfly is just cross-stitched and the antlers are actually a back stitch. But as long as you know those basic stitches, this should be pretty easy. So I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. So I'm ready to start my butterfly. The very next thing I'm going to do is make the stem of the butterfly. So I have my embroidery floss. I'm using 3 strands of thread instead of the full 6 because you're doing that X, and if you use all 6 strands it will look way too thick. So the stem of the butterfly is diagonal, so I'm just going to do 1 X at a time as I go down. So the first thing I'm going to do is just mark off where I'm beginning. So I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see what I'm working on. So taking my embroidery needle, just marking where I need to go in to begin. So when you're making a regular cross stitch, you work bottom left to top right in the square. And then you're going to come back out the bottom right side of that square and you're going to go into top left to complete your X. So then I'm going to keep working. And you start to see this shape of the stem popping up. And I'm doing the stem first rather than the wings of the butterfly because when you do the wings, you're going to want to skip over the stem area and the back, and it's going to be really hard to see where the holes are on the back side if there's yarn covering it because you've skipped over it. So I'm going to keep doing the stem, and when I'm done, I'm going to show you how to do the wings and the little antennas on the butterfly as well. Alright, so I finished the stem on the butterfly, and now I'm going to start working on the wings. And so the wings are going to be a cross stitch. So I'm going to work left to right on the wings, and I'm going to do a half cross stitch going left to right, and then I'll go back right to left and finish off the cross in each square. So I'm going to go ahead and just do my first one. And it looks like I have 2 more that I want to do for this row. Alright, so I finished that row, and now I'm going to go backwards and finish off the crosses, or the X's. Alright, so then I'm ready to start my next row. So I'm going to mark with my needle where I need to go through on the other side. And I'm going to start doing my half cross stitches all the way across. And I'm just following the borders that I drew of the butterfly wings as best I can. If it's not perfect, don't worry about it. Embroidery looks great no matter what you do to it. Alright, so I just wanted to give an update on how my butterfly is going, and I'm starting to work on the left hand wings now, and I'm skipping over the body of the butterfly. So I wanted to show exactly how I'm doing that. So I'm working left to right, I'm doing the half cross stitch, and I'm going to go back and finish the cross stitch once I reach the end of the row. But I'm almost at the green part of the butterfly. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I'm working right up to the point of the green part of the butterfly. And once I get to that part, I am just skipping over a square and going, instead of coming up right at the beginning of that green, I'm coming over at the end of the green. And then just continuing to do my half cross stitch. And when I come back and finish the cross stitch, I'm going to do the same thing. Just skip over on the back side so I don't come up in this green area at all. Alright, so there's my butterfly. It's completely done except for the antennas. So to do the antennas, I'm going to be using black embroidery floss, and I'm going to make small little stitches that represent the antennas. So I'm going to make a hole where I need to go in. I'm going to go in through the back side and come up and immediately go back down next to it. And that creates my first antenna. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Mark where I'm going to go in. Actually go in through the back side, come out and do a small little stitch right next to it and pull through. And there is the completed butterfly and the completed project. So this is great if you want to frame it or if you want to make it part of a pillow. There's a lot you can do with these embroidery projects. But I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and check out more on my page and watch out for more lessons coming as well.